Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. As you can see, we are ready for fall here today. I went out and got some super cute decorations because I'm the kind of person who's ready for fall, like end of August, boom, done, ready for fall. So I thought it would be an awesome idea to kind of spruce up my background with fall decor and film a fall tutorial for you guys. I just spit everywhere. I was like, tutorial. Because we got this coppery shadow going on and we have this bright red lip. I love coppery shimmery shadows for fall, orange tones for fall. I love red lips for fall. I love this look. This is my version of a fall look without being so dark, kind of. It's more of a brighter fall look. All I think of when I see this look is like red hot, like hot tamales, like it's like fiery red. This video is a collaboration with my friend here on YouTube, Ratti. Well, her channel name is MAKEUPDILSE. She is a makeup artist here on YouTube as well. She does amazing work. Her looks are always perfect, flawless, beautiful. So Ratti and I each thought it would be fun to do our own version of a fall makeup look and make it a collaboration for you all. So I hope you enjoyed this makeup look. Make sure you go and check out hers when she uploads it. I'll definitely have the link below. Go check her out, subscribe, tell her that I sent you, show her some love. Without any further ado, let's go ahead and get into this tutorial because I love this look. First, I'm going to be taking Deep Skin from Morphe brushes. It's a nice transition shade. I use it all the time on a fluffy blending brush, and I'm going to put that in the crease and blend it up toward the brow bone. And as you can see, when you layer that up, it really is a nice warm tone brown. And that's why I love it so much, because it's so warm toned. Next, I'm going to be wetting a flat shader brush and dipping into this shade right here from Makeup Forever. I think it's called Rust, but it's hard to know because I don't have the name on the back of this, or maybe I just threw away whatever packaging I had that said so. Oh! But as you can see, when you wet this shadow, it makes it even more intense than it already was. And this is seriously one of my favorite shadows of all time. Just because it's so like coppery and orange, like it really brings out my blue eyes. So I love it. I am packing that all over the lid, being very generous, taking it right up to meet my crease. Trying not to go too much into the crease because I don't like when shimmers get up there. Alright, after I have packed about 10,000 layers of that shadow on because it's so pretty, I'm going to go in with a Chanel shadow called Chahut. It's just this nice chocolatey brown color. There's some like reflex in it, but it's not too shimmery, so I'm not afraid to use that in my crease. I'm going to go in with this fluffy brush from Anastasia, and I'm going to focus it right on the outer part of my eye and then work it into the crease. Sometimes I like to drag shadows that are in the crease out a little bit right here so that it kind of elongates the eye, and it's a good way to blend them out. So by kind of dragging them. Because I blended that up a little bit farther than I would have liked to, I'm going to take that original brush we had our transition shade on, and I'm going to buff the edges here. And hopefully that will make it blend a little better and get rid of the excess dark shadow up there. I'm going to take some more of that Chanel shadow we used and a little packing brush, and I'm going to place a little bit more of that, more concentrated, right on the outer corner there. Just for a little bit more dimension. I'm kind of buffing around that, but keeping it pretty concentrated right there on the outer third. And one more time, I'm going to go over everything with my bigger brush, but I'm trying to avoid the lip color so you don't wipe any more of that metallicness away. I always go back in and touch up stuff like 100 times because I just want to make sure it's still there. Alright, now we're going to zoom you out so we can work on the face. Today I'll be priming using the Maybelline Master Prime Blur and Smooth. I cannot talk right now. Maybelline Master Prime Blur and Smooth. That's what this is. We're using it on our face. It's kind of a lotion-y primer that does a great job of kind of mattifying, blurring pores. Kind of has a powdery finish. Once that is on, we're going to go ahead and move on to foundation. For foundation today, I'm going to be going in with my Milani Conceal and Perfect. Oh no, am I running? Okay, well, I might have to mix it then. I'm going to actually mix the Milani foundation with my Maybelline Fit Me foundation, the matte and poreless one, because I'm running out of the Milani one. Sad day. I'm just using my Real Techniques Miracle Complexion Sponge to press that into my skin. No. Now to conceal my under eye circles a little bit, I'm going to take my NYX under eye concealer, or dark circle corrector, whatever it's called. It's a nice salmon color. I find it works best if you apply it with your fingers, kind of dab it in, and then go in and blend it out with a beauty blender, because your fingers, the warmth of your fingers really helps blend it in, because it is kind of a thicker consistency. See the difference between the two? It's great. I really like this stuff. But like I said, it is kind of thick, so use a little bit at a time and really work it in with your fingers. You want to go in with light pressure with your beauty blender because they do absorb quite a bit of product, and I want lots of coverage under my eye, so I don't want it to absorb too much of that under eye concealer. Now over top of that, I'm going to take my Maybelline Age Rewind Dark Circle Concealer and go over top of that. And this is going to brighten as well. It's going to highlight. Oh, I have an itch. Going to brighten up this area. It's kind of light for me, but I don't really care. And I'm going to blend that out with that same sponge. I like to clean up my eyeshadow with this sometimes. After all of our concealer is blended out, I'm going to take my Coty Airspun Loose Powder. I just bought this stuff finally after, you know, all the hype about it. Jeffree Star raves and raves about it for baking and setting the face and all that. And I used it for the first time yesterday and I really did love it. So far, it is living up to the hype. But I'm going to take my beauty blender and just go in there, go ham, and bake under the eyes here. Smells like old lady perfume, like, you know, smells like old lady scent, but in a good way. It smells good. And I'm gonna set all other places we put concealer as well. I'm just going to let all that powder sit there for a minute and really soak into the skin. I'm actually going to set the rest of my face with this as well, but I'm going to take a bigger, fluffier brush and not my beauty blender, and I'm just going to lightly go over the rest of the face. Next, I'm going to be taking my Maybelline Better Skin Powder in shade 50. Oh, it's caught in my hair. Shade 50 light beige, no, natural beige. It adds a really natural way of bronzing because it is just so close to my skin tone, but it's just barely darker. So it looks really natural, and that's why I like bronzing with it. But I do go in with more bronzer to kind of contour and stuff too. So I kind of pat and I blend a little bit too. So I kind of just pack it on there. And I make sure to drag it down my neck too. I take some along my sides of my nose, just a little bit. I'll contour my nose more in depth later. I'm going to go ahead now and wipe off any excess powder that's still left under our eyes or anywhere that we put it. I'm going to brighten up under the eye a little bit more with this yellow powder from the Caramel Toffee Shade and Light Caramel Toffee Wet n Wild contour palette. You can see how that kind of brightens it a little bit more. Now to bronze even further, I'm going to take the contour shade in that Caramel Toffee palette, and I'm going to lightly go over where I've already bronzed, just to go a step further. As we get into the fall months, you know, we're losing our summer tan, so you gotta start adding more bronzer, right? And after that, I'm going to take the other Wet n Wild contour palette. This is a shade Dulce de Leche, yeah. And I'm gonna take like the edge of my brush and just barely dip it in there, because this shade is much ashier, and I'm gonna carve a sharp cheekbone just right up here. I don't take it all the way in just because it looks a little bit too muddy if I do that with this ashy of a shade, but I keep it right back here near the ear, like 1/3 of the way probably through the contour. And then I'm going to take a bit on my nose, the bottom of my nose. Underneath my contour, I'm going to go in with that banana shade from that same Wet n Wild palette, and I am going to clean up under my contour and make a line like this. I'm going to dab a bit more of that under here as well. This area can never really be bright enough for me. For blush today, I'm going to go ahead and use my e.l.f. blush palette in light. I'm going to use this orangey blush right here with an e.l.f. small stipple brush. This is probably my favorite blush of all time, just because it's super warm and super pretty. It makes you look even more bronzed. That's probably why I love it. Now I'm going to dust off any extra powder yet again. I'm going to take that same stipple brush and I'm just going to go over this whole area and go over that line we just created a little bit, so it's not quite as harsh. Alright, now I'm going to go ahead and set the face right before I put on my highlight so that the highlight is intensified and it is as blinding as I want it. I'm going to use my NYX matte finish. For my highlight today, I'm going to be using Anastasia Beverly Hills So Hollywood. All-time fave, nothing can beat it ever. I'm just going to pack that on the cheekbones. Yes. Next, I'm going to take that original shade from Morphe Deep Skin that we used in the crease originally, our transition shade, on a pencil brush, and I am just swiping that underneath here to give it some dimension. I don't think I'm going to be doing too much with the lower lash line today, just a little bit of color under here. Alright, now I'm going to take that fluffy brush And I might still have some brown on it, but that's fine. And I'm just gonna blend right under here. Now I'm gonna go ahead and create a winged liner with my NYC liquid liner. Favorite liquid liner ever. I don't use anything else. I'm going to take my Milani lip liner to line my lips. This is the color 02 True Red. And I am going to go ahead and fill in my lips with this. Over top of that lip liner, I'm going to go in with my Wet n Wild liquid lipstick in the color Red My Mind. Alright guys, so this is the final look right here. I hope you guys enjoyed this tutorial. I really love the way this makeup look turned out. I hope you guys enjoyed watching this fall makeup tutorial. If you did and you want to see more tutorials, then go ahead and give this video a big thumbs up. It would really help me out and I would really appreciate it. And of course, subscribe if you haven't already. If you're new to my channel, hello! Please stay a while. Just hit subscribe. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye. Baby, alright.
Drinking the beer.
Zooming on it. At the peak.